Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving deep into something that you might not think is all that exciting, accounting. But stay with me here,
Yeah, it might
folks.
not sound like the most thrilling topic.
No, but I promise it's going to be a lot more interesting than you might think because we're exploring how AI could totally change the way we deal with all those numbers, those spreadsheets, all that stuff.
Especially ChatGPT.
Right, exactly. ChatGPT, that's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
So our guide for this deep dive is this article called Five Ways to Simplify Accounting with ChatGPT. It was published earlier this year in Portuguese. And it basically paints this picture of the future of accounting, where it's less about, hunkering down with a calculator, and it's more about getting real insights, valuable insights from your data.
It's almost like having a built-in financial advisor.
Totally.
Yeah, yeah.
Like right in your computer.
Okay.
But so to get how that's even possible, we need to kind of like back up for a sec and think about what ChatGPT even does.
Right. Like how does it actually work?
Yeah, so it uses this thing called natural language processing. Basically, it lets ChatGPT understand and interpret like human language.
So it's not just like spitting out a response that's been programmed, it's actually like understanding.
It gets it.
It gets it, yeah.
So, but how does that, how does that work with something as like technical as accounting?
Well, imagine this. You have a stack of papers,
Ugh,
invoices, receipts, bank statements.
so many numbers.
Right. And you need to get that information into a format you can actually use. Traditionally, that would take hours.
Don't tell me about it.
Data entry, right?
The worst.
But ChatGPT can actually look at those documents, understand what they mean, and pull out the important stuff automatically.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So you're saying I wouldn't have to enter all that stuff by hand?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's incredible.
Hmm.
But wouldn't you need like a ton of programming or coding or something to make that work?
Nope. That's the cool part. ChatGPT doesn't need to be programmed specifically for accounting.
Yeah.
It learns and adapts based on like what you tell it to do.
So you could really just be like, hey, ChatGPT, analyze these invoices and tell me how much I spent on office supplies last month.
Exactly.
And it would just do it.
It would go through each invoice, figure out the office supply expenses, and give you a nice, clean summary. No more digging through spreadsheets or trying to read your own bad handwriting.
That is amazing. That would be huge for like small business owners or freelancers, anyone who doesn't have a whole accounting team. Right?
Absolutely. It's like having a virtual assistant that loves numbers.
Like a number-loving robot.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's so cool. Okay, so that's just one way that ChatGPT can simplify accounting.
Right. That's just for starters.
The article actually talks about 5 main ways.
Yeah, and each one tackles a specific problem that people actually have with accounting.
Okay, well, let's get into them.
Yeah.
So the first one is data entry automation, which we already kind of touched on.
Yeah, we talked about that a bit.
But it's even more than just getting the data out, right?
It is. It's about making sense of it, organizing it,
Categorizing it.
categorizing it. Exactly.
Okay.
So let's say you're trying to figure out what's an operating expense and what's a capital expense.
Oh, yeah, that can be tricky.
Especially if you have a lot of different transactions, but you can just ask ChatGPT. You could tell it to classify these transactions based on my chart of accounts.
Now, I know some folks listening might not be super familiar with accounting lingo. So what's a chart of accounts?
Oh, it's basically just a list of all the categories you use to track your money.
Okay, income and expenses, got it.
Exactly. And ChatGPT can take all those transactions from your bank statements, credit cards, wherever, and put them in the right category automatically.
So you're not like manually doing that and trying to remember where everything goes?
No more of that.
That's amazing. That would save so much time and you'd make way fewer mistakes probably.
Yeah, way fewer. And it's only getting more accurate as these AI systems get better. It's like having an assistant who never gets tired of sorting through numbers.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so data entry automation is a big one. What's next?
The second one is, this is something we all struggle with, financial reporting.
Oh, yeah.
It's one thing to have all the data, but it's a whole other thing to understand what it means
Oh, for sure.
and use it to actually make decisions.
Yeah, I've definitely spent hours just staring at spreadsheets, trying to make sense of it all.
Totally.
I was like, what am I even looking at here?
Well, imagine if you could just ask ChatGPT to make me a monthly financial summary. Show me the profits, the losses, all the big expenses.
Okay.
It could pull all that data from your accounting software and just give you a clear report.
So instead of just seeing a bunch of numbers, you get A story?
Yeah, like a narrative.
That tells you what's happening in your business.
Exactly. And that's super valuable when you need to make decisions.
It is so valuable.
And it can go deeper. You could say, analyze my revenue and expenses over the last quarter.
Oh, wow.
And it could find those patterns, those trends that you might miss if you were just looking at the raw data.
That is amazing.
Uh-huh.
That would be huge for like catching problems early on, or
Yeah.
even finding ways to like make more money.
Exactly. It takes the guesswork out of like financial analysis,
It does.
lets you focus on the big picture strategy stuff.
Oh my gosh, this is already blowing my mind.
Yeah,
And we're just getting started.
just getting warmed up.
Okay, so we've talked about how ChatGPT can be this like super assistant for data entry and financial reporting. What else can it do?
Okay, so this next one, this is a big one, especially with tax season coming up.
Oh no, not taxes.
ChatGPT can be a lifesaver when it comes to taxes.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like everyone hates dealing with taxes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But how can AI help with something as complicated as taxes?
Well, it's not just about the math. Think of it more like ChatGPT can be your personal tax guide. It can actually explain those complicated tax rules in a way that normal people can understand.
Okay, so instead of spending hours, trying to decipher all that legal jargon, you could just ask ChatGPT, like, hey, what changed in the tax laws this year for small businesses?
Exactly. And it would give you a nice summary, easy to understand, no more trying to figure out what all those confusing terms mean.
And it's up to date. Yeah,
Completely up to date.
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
That would be huge for business owners. I mean, they're already so busy.
It really would be. It's like having a tax expert on call 24/7.
Wow. Okay, but it's not just about like knowing the rules, right?
Right.
It can actually help you like find deductions and stuff.
Absolutely. You could ask it something like, what deductions can I take as a freelancer?
Oh, that's a good one.
And it'll tell you exactly what you qualify for. A lot of times people miss out on deductions because they just don't know about them.
That's so true.
Yeah. And this could save people a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah. And it can even help you stay organized all year round
Okay.
by tracking your income and expenses in a way that makes sense for your tax situation.
Oh, wow. So ChatGPT is it's like the ultimate tax assistant. It keeps you informed, it keeps you organized, and helps you save money.
Exactly. It does it all.
That's incredible. Okay, so what's the next way ChatGPT can simplify accounting?
Okay, this one might sound a little boring, but trust me, if you deal with a lot of invoices, this is a game changer.
Okay.
ChatGPT can organize all of them and summarize them for you.
Oh, man. I'm already feeling less stressed just hearing that.
I know, right? Invoices, they're a necessary evil.
I love getting them, but then it's like, ugh, got to deal with all this paperwork.
I know exactly what you mean. But imagine you just hand ChatGPT in a deck of invoices and say, put these in order by client and tell me the total I'm owed.
And it would just, do it.
Just like that.
No more spreadsheets.
No more spreadsheets, no more manual entry, no more headaches.
That's amazing. But it can do even more than that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Way more. You could ask it to, give you a monthly expense summary broken down by category.
So I can see where all my money is going.
Exactly. Super useful for budgeting and figuring out if you're overspending in any areas.
It really is. It's like having, a little financial analyst that works for you, full-time.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is amazing.
Okay.
So it can organize and summarize invoices. What else?
This last one is really helpful for businesses specifically.
Okay.
ChatGPT can help you create and standardize procedures.
Now that might sound a little technical,
Yeah, it might.
but it's actually super important for making sure things are done right.
Right. And that everybody's doing things the same way.
Consistency.
Consistency, accuracy, efficiency.
Okay. I'm following you.
So think about it like this. Let's say you hire someone new and you need to train them on your accounting processes.
Yeah.
Instead of writing up a whole, big, long manual, you could just ask ChatGPT to make a step-by-step guide for how we process invoices here. And boom, you've got a clear, simple document anyone can follow.
So much easier than writing it all out yourself.
Way easier. And it makes sure everybody's on the same page, reduces those costly mistakes.
Definitely.
And it's not just for new hires.
Yep.
You could use ChatGPT to create checklists for closing out the month or getting ready for an audit.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, just making sure everything's done right and on time.
That would be huge for businesses that have had problems with errors or inconsistencies.
Huge. It's like having a quality control manager built into your computer.
It really is.
And the best part is, as your business grows, as things change, you can just update those procedures by giving ChatGPT new instructions. It's
Yeah.
super flexible.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Wow, we have covered a lot of ground here.
we have.
From automating data entry to simplifying reporting to even helping with taxes and procedures, ChatGPT seems like it can handle almost every part of accounting.
It really can.
Yeah.
And this is really just the tip of the iceberg.
What do you mean?
AI technology it's constantly evolving. So we can expect even more incredible applications of ChatGPT in accounting. And really in every field.
That's kind of a scary thought, but also really exciting.
It is, yeah. It's both.
But if AI can do all this stuff, like what does that even mean for the future of accounting?
That's a great question. And honestly, it's something a lot of people are talking about right now. Some people are worried that AI is going to replace accountants entirely.
Oh, wow.
But I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think so either.
I think it's more likely that AI is going to change the role of the accountant.
Okay. How so?
Freeing them up to focus on the higher level tasks, the stuff that requires, human judgment and expertise.
Right, because there are things AI can't do.
Exactly.
Like you still need a human to make the final decisions.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's more like a partnership.
Exactly.
Like they work together.
It's a partnership. AI takes care of the boring, repetitive tasks, and the accountants, they get to focus on the strategic thinking, the problem solving, using their knowledge of finance to really help their clients.
So instead of being stuck doing data entry all day, they can actually spend their time like analyzing trends, giving advice, helping clients make smarter decisions.
Exactly. They become more like financial advisors.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, guiding businesses, helping them navigate the crazy world of finance.
That is exciting. It's an exciting time to be an accountant.
It is. And for anyone who's ever felt that dread of tax season or the stress of trying to keep their books in order, this AI assistance it's a game changer.
It really is. It's like it's taking all the worst parts of accounting and just making them like disappear.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And it's just the beginning, right?
It is. As AI keeps getting smarter, we can expect even more amazing changes that will totally transform how we work and live.
It's amazing to think about. But let's bring it back to our listeners for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
What are the key takeaways, the things they should really remember from this deep dive?
Well, I think the biggest one is that AI isn't some futuristic fantasy anymore. It's here, it's now, and it can change even something as old school as accounting.
Right. And it's not about replacing humans. It's about making us better.
Exactly, helping us work smarter, not harder.
By embracing these new technologies, we can really unlock a whole new level of efficiency and accuracy.
Absolutely. We can do things we never thought possible. And whether you're an accountant, a business owner, or just, interested in AI, it's important to stay informed about these changes, see how they might affect your work.
It's all about adapting, right?
Right.
Learning how to use these new tools to your advantage. It really is amazing to think about how something like accounting, with all those numbers and rules can be simplified, like so much with AI. But it makes me wonder, if it works for accounting, what other parts of our lives could benefit from this kind of AI help?
That's what's so exciting about all this. This is just the beginning. If AI can help us with numbers, think about what it could do in healthcare,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
education,
Yeah.
even creative fields
Yeah.
like art, music,
Yeah. That's a good point. I was reading something recently about how AI is being used now to analyze medical images, like to help doctors with diagnoses.
It's incredible. And there are AI tools that can help students, with personalized learning
Wow.
or give feedback on their writing, stuff like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's really about figuring out how to use AI's strengths,
Right.
like its ability to process all that data, find patterns, automate tasks, all that stuff.
Exactly. It's about using those strengths to, to help us, to make us better at what we do.
So instead of worrying that robots are going to take our jobs,
Right.
maybe we should be thinking about how can we work with AI?
Exactly. It's about working together, you know?
Yeah. Seeing AI as a partner, not a replacement.
A tool in our toolbox.
Yeah, a powerful tool that can help us reach our full potential.
I gotta say, this whole deep dive has really changed how I think about AI. I used to think it was something out of the movies, but now I see it's it's already here. It's
Hmm.
already changing things in such a big way.
And it's only going to get bigger.
Yeah.
So the key is to stay curious, stay informed.
Be open to what's possible.
Exactly. Yeah. We're living in this like incredible time of technological advancement, and it's up to us to, to embrace the opportunities that are right in front of us.
So whether you're, listening to this and you're an accountant or a business owner or just, someone who is interested in all this cool new technology,
Hmm.
we really encourage you to check out these tools.
Yeah.
Experiment, see how they can help you, maybe simplify your work, get new insights, even maybe like spark some creativity, who
The
knows?
possibilities are endless. Endless. Remember, it's not about being replaced by technology.
Right.
It's about using technology to make us better.
Exactly, to create a better future.
Well said. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into AI and accounting.
It's been fun.
We hope you learned something new, and